Poor lass. Alright. Next up. Icantha's house. What do we have in here? Probably zombies, if one was to guess. What the hell? Oh, she's a zombie. Is she a zombie? I think she's a zombie. Misal, be careful. She does not appear well.
It's rude to stare, you know. Don't worry. I've no mind to start anything with you.
What the?
After all, I've stayed in such good shape by choosing my meals carefully.
What? Who are you?
A survivor, by the grace of my own careful preparations. When I heard the claws scrabbling at the door outside, I took care of matters myself. And since then, I've been careful to keep myself fresh and fed.
What? I'm assuming she's a, some kind of mage. I saw you in a vision. There's something you need to do for me. Do you know what happened here?
An incredible act of animancy, of a magnitude this part of the world likely hasn't seen since Engwithan times. Someone found something very powerful and ancient, and I'd bet my own preserved life it wasn't Aldhelm or his lovely assistant.
I still don't understand why this district is full of walking corpses. Because someone found a way to tether their souls to their bodies, don't you see? So when the heart stops beating, when the blood stops flowing, their bodies still animate them with a newfound hunger. Those that can feed it with living flesh and essence stay strong and sharp. Those that can't degenerate quickly. I wonder what she's been eating. Tell me what you know about this Aldhelm. His name barely merits repeating. He's a charlatan who likes to dig up pretty artifacts and calls himself a scholar. The pity with animancy these days is that just about anyone can claim to be an expert. I see. I truly doubt that. I saw you in a vision as someone... well, here you're about to find out I do see. I saw you in a vision as something you need to do for me.
Believe me, I've heard that line before.
Oh. Well, I'll get going then. Right. Well, we won't be needing these.
I can get it to spill its secrets.
Big.
I can get it to spill its secrets.
Oh. He's been keeping live people. Ooh, gloves. I wish loot would go straight into your... what's it called? Grants restore light endurance and +1 reception. Perception. Is that very good? I mean, I need gloves. I don't think I'll get the perception stat, but I'll take it. I will take it. What the hell is going on in here?
To whispers and shadows.
You're not one of Icantha's servants. Please, you've got to get us out of here before she feeds on us. What happened to you? We're just groundkeepers. When the district fell into chaos, Icantha took us in, said we'd be safe until the knights got things under control. Instead, she locked us in here. Every week, one of those monsters who serves her comes in and takes one of us away. I don't know what she's doing, but sometimes we can hear the scream. Stay here for now.
You return. What if you come seeking this time? You return.
I came
What
across
if
a
you come
group of
seeking
people in
this
the back
time?
room. I hope you didn't disturb them. Rounding them up was quite the chore.
A survivor. It's rude to stare. An incredible act of animence.
So weird. I feel like... Okay. Well, let's release them. The way to the district exit should be safe. Go now. Thank you. I'll never forget this. Okay, now she's probably pissed. Alright, love.
You return. What if you come seeking?
We didn't disturb them. Well, okay, you have a nice day. Do I fight her? Let's do the tower and then come back and see what the hell's happening with her. Alright, that's everything. Tower time. Looking forward to this. The massive stone door of the tower is sealed and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening it. Speak the words you learned from the leaden key acolyte. You hear rumbles and clanks as the door unlocks. Look at that art. Ooh. I wonder if this is going to be like a giant dungeon. God, I love the art style of this game. Get to the top of the tower. Well, might as well see how long we can... We need to kill that wizard.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Excellent. Day 7. A week of studying, we're still none the wiser about this device. Rindig remains optimistic. I don't know what to do without his spirit. Dearest mother and father, this is Trindig. You'll be pleased to hear that I've learned much already since coming to the city. There are many incredible ruins nearby, and Master Greg has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. I'm writing to you from inside an ancient Griffin tower. There's an entire district built up around it, but the locals have mostly left the tower untouched. They have let us set up temporarily living quarters here so our work can continue uninterrupted. It is an unsettling place at times, but Master Greg has been a constant comfort, and his script to remind me that the things we learn from this tower may one day help us find a cure for Wadewin's legacy. It's Wadewin's legacy again. I better get some rest now. So they're trying to find a cure.
Yeah? Spot on! Blood makes the grass grow!
Okay, nice and easy. That's it. I want to finish exploring this room. Yeah. Okay, let's go left. Potion. Day 2. We've completed our measurements of the machine. Further examination is required to discover its intended use. So this is Greg and the other guy is Trindig. Greg's the master. Good secret. Oh wow, my guy's low.
Yes?
Alright, we're gonna rest soon.
Yes?
Be on seek!
waste to rest with this many spells.
Certainly.
Okay. Power level 1. Cool. Up we go. Okay, we ain't reading those books.
I shall be discreet.
Let's go for it. I just gotta be careful with my character.
Mind feels sharp as steel.
Beautiful. It's so buggy sometimes. Okay.
Certainly.
I thought right-clicking it again would close. Okay, we're getting a ton of money in this area. Not gonna lie. Day 11. Finally got out of the tower to clear our heads. Beasts take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, our own time. Just as I said, as much to Trin, the sky came to life with stray lighting. I said it's a good omen, but the poor lad's spooked. Only cure for that is a good night's sleep. Okay, so day 11 is when the zombie apocalypse thing happened. I love the designs of this stuff. The Ingwith and stuff. An underrated thing about games is a good color palette. I promise you, it's some games are so like empty color-wise. Beautiful. Day 10. Patrons grow impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansion to spend a few nights here if they think it's so easy. Ooh, that looks like an important ring. Letter from a Cantha. Aldheim, I did indeed receive your recent summons. I've been waiting for you to present yourself on my doorstep so that I could give you my answer in person. A firm and unwavering no. That's a Cantha, okay. I won't help you. In fact, I relish the idea of you and your team of glorified engineers sitting in that tower, sweating over the runes I've studied for years. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than knowing that my research, which you've long disparaged, is the missing piece in your mundane little puzzle. As you all know, it's knowledge I've always valued. I'm just around the corner. I encourage you to find me should you wish to rehash this conversation in person. What was that ring? Grants Arcane Dampener. It's the debuff. 1 intelligence is nice. Does she have? Yeah, she does. Intelligence. Everyone's nearly leveled up. Prestigious visitor. Oh, shit. Okay. We're definitely not going back now.
Certainly.
The machine feels stronger up here. Interesting. Another thing I really like about this game is, obviously there have been some huge areas, but I love the quality over quantity when it comes to this game's dungeons and rooms and just interiors in general. I mean, just look at this. They're smaller, but there's so much more to them. Do you know what I mean? I mean, this is just insane. And I'd much prefer that than just empty corridors. I mean, there is a whole empty corridor. Not empty corridor, that dungeon actually is really cool, but there's an endless dungeon. But you see what I'm trying to say. I prefer games when the dungeons are smaller and much more well thought out. There's little secrets to them. I mean, this is just stunning. This is genuinely one of the most beautiful CRPGs I've ever played. There's Oldhelm. What happened to his student?
Let's try this configuration. Still nothing. Confounded device.
Jagged Adra arises in front of you, encased in stonework and runs through a couple of veins. Unintelligible runes cover the panel. He's so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. When he turns and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the Adra. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
Tell me what happened here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Forgive me. Forgive me. Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
I've had a copper skate for every fool animancer whose thirst for knowledge led to a disaster. Well, I never would have ended up in Gilded Vale, that's for sure. Whatever happened, I just need you to give me the facts, please.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight.
Let me guess, you ate your student.
And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start? Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
What does the machine have to do with the souls?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick, yes? Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine.
It sucks in the souls.
It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglonfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
What happened to the rest of your team?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
They just all ate each other? You're not like the ghouls in the street.
Not yet, but I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply.
That's such a cool way to, like, differently write zombies.
I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster.
To think my clan has the temerity to accuse me of being a soul-rending beast when actually such monster walks the face of Huerfa.
You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
There was a stranger in the tower the night this happened?
I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
How can I help?
Not your help I need. It's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
That's where she comes into it. Okay. He wasn't here the night the machine came on, staying with her patron somewhere near. Too good to be burdened with our ignorant company. I'll get the words from Acantha.
Yes. Acantha. She was here. In the district. Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
So this was probably if I bring one of her prisoners and feed them to him, maybe. This Ganto, his condition has turned him into little more than an animal. Don't do it. Oh, when we get back, he's probably going to try and kill us, isn't he? All right. Inspect the machine. Runes are inscribed around the dial. Turn the dial. Okay. Is there a way to this? No. Okay. Oh, man. See, look at that quality of life. You just love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. I love simple things like that in games. I really do. Time is precious. And good quality of life features most of the time will be things that save gamers time. This law is insane. Alright, let's save. And let's see what happens.
You return. What have you come seeking this time?
I need the words to operate the machine in the tower.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is. Or why it is. He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
The problems in Heritage Hill are bigger than your rivalry. What do I care? I prepared myself for an eventuality such as this, and I can assure you, those dwindling souls in the streets are beyond caring as well. A pride, man. Humble him now by demonstrating the value of your research. My silence demonstrates more sufficiently. I've never seen that word in my life. Why not to say sufficiently? Sufficiently. I have never seen that word in my life. I'm actually Googling that word. Is that a bug? There's no way that's a word. Alright, it's a word. In a brief and clearly expressed manner. How the hell do I say that? Succinctly. Are you crazy? My silence demonstrates it more succinctly. It's a good word, I might use that. Tell me the tower's name.
Ternuneth. It's called Ternuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
So they have machines to move souls, and they have a machine to contain souls, but there are probably more. Where would they move souls?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them, like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
So my guess is when these babies are born, these cultists take out the souls and they're moving them to something? I don't know. For power, I'm going to guess. Maybe they're making like a giant beast that is like all these souls, and that's going to be like the final boss or something. I don't know. You seem to know a lot about Ternuneth.
I read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
It is true. Why do the Griffins want all this stuff? Why do they want the Tether souls?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Engwithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
How do you operate the machine atop Ternuneth?
Back to these tinkers' concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
I'd release them.
So you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence here for another somewhere else, equally aimless and meaningless.
They'd be free, though. What could possibly be more meaningless and existent than their current predicament? Maybe not even Whale knows what would become of them, but it'd be wrong not to give the souls a chance to leave their prison. I could help you, but I won't. It's their pride again. Here I have specimens aplenty and time to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. Extinguish her pride. It hurts you. I won't abandon this opportunity. These souls will remain here with me and I'll accomplish more than any animancer in the history of the field. And who will know about it? All I've learned, years of studying the Ingriffin language. No one understands better than me. That counts for something. Extinguish her pride. Knowledge is meaningless unless it's shared. Foolish and false sentiment. Knowledge is meaning. It needs no external purpose. Your opportunities here are finite. One day that knowledge will die with you. You're wrong. I'll build forever. I'll cling to it. That will give me something. Teach me what you know. I'll make sure that it grows and your legacy lives on.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours. These are the words you need.
She's reaching into your mind, forming images. You have a vast array of runes, far more than a camphor has shown you, and you know their sound and their meaning and how they fit together. The language of Engriff once more at your command.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge then, and do what you will with Ter Nuneth. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
What do I do with the tower now that I know these words?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
Don't I want to destroy the machine? No, it might help us. A cruel fate has befallen this place. Yet crueler still to banish these souls to oblivion. We must free this district and the souls trapped within it. There must be hope of a new life after this one. I agree. You said that the other towers were under deal were constructed to move souls. Why would the Griffins have wanted to do that? Another mystery. The real question is always why? And to mix them the way up. Oh, okay, she said that. Remind me, how do you know so much about the tower? I read the rune, okay? I still understand why the Griffins would want to build a machine that tethers souls. He seems to think it was a mistake. Explain how the control words work. Alright, thank you. Did we kill her?
Always a pleasure to speak with someone who appreciates...
No, we'll leave her for now. Why is it all blurry? Okay. Well, that was brilliant. We've all leveled up as well, but I'm gonna do this quest first. Really interesting stuff we've learned about these towers. Is it going to give us the option to go to the top? Oh. No, I'm a derp. Well, you can have all the quality of life in the world. You can still derp.